What is up, everyone? Dev here from My Automation Tips. Taking a look at a solution I got to build this week for a client. It's a time tracking board, and just wanted to share with you what it can look like and what I've done to set this up. I'm not going to break it down to full details right now, but I'll definitely show you just some of the formulas and how I've done this, and hopefully get some insight and some inspiration. And if you want me to break it down fully, you can let me know in the comment section. And of course, you give me a like and subscribe. That always goes a long way. All right, let's get right into it. So here we have the time tracking board, and this was built out for somebody who wants to track their time every week, and they have a subset of 3 different types of tasks that they do, and they want to be able to track how many hours they put into each task. We open that up in sub-items. You see the writing tasks and some notes, the date that it was entered, the amount of time that was worked, and then the start time and the end time of that work amount, and then it all ends up being in your time worked. And I'll talk about time entry as well. And then all this is fed up to the total time worked, so you can see for your week how much time you put in for everything. And then using the sub-items, you can see the type of task. So if you had a different type of task, you'd see what percentage you put into each of those tasks. So it's pretty straightforward in some ways, but pretty cool that it works that well. Additionally to that, they have an item that gets created every week on the same day, so that every week they have a new week starting, essentially. So we're going to pretend that a new week is starting, and I'm going to click the new item button in the top left corner of the board, right over here. We're going to call this week 1. And then when I want to add a line item for some time tracking, I want to start my time tracking, I just go into activity, choose the activity I'm doing. We're going to choose music for this one. And that is going to create a new sub-item. So if I look over here, you can see I have a 1, and I have a little drop down. And then I have my item here. And currently it is empty. And all I have to do is click on my status over here, change it to start, and we'll see a few things happen here. So we have our time tracking that has started, and it's currently running down. Then we have our entry date, so we know this was done on October 5th. We have the status has changed to running, so we know the timer is running. And then we have our start time. And then pretty straightforward, you go back to your status menu over here, change the status over to stop when you're done. And you can see our timer has stopped. You can see the play button is now available for you to start it again. And on the right hand side, we have our stop time here. And we've done 1 minute of work. Now, what happens when you forgot to enter that time or start your timer and you want to enter in time? Well, we have a time entry column here. And in here, you can just type in the hours you've done. And so if I put in, let's say 2, you can see that now it overrides the actual time tracking and puts 2 hours over here. And if I take this off, it goes back to the time tracker itself. Now in the time tracking, you can actually enter in the exact date as well. So if you were to go in here, you can add a session manually or edit an existing session. Just for example's sake, I'm just going to edit this one. Just so we have a bit more time on the clock there. You can always start the same timer if you just take a break, or you can create another item. So if you go back to your activity column here at the top in your item, select, let's do writing this time. You can see our new item gets created over here. Our sub-item status count is at the top here, and we now have 1 of each. I'm gonna put in numbers, put 4 hours for this one. So there we go. We've entered in time. The date here, I haven't put in the automation to enter in the date automatically when I do the time entry column specifically. But essentially, you can imagine you would have the same thing as you do with the time tracking here. That's it. You can just close that. And then you're left with just one line item for your week. If you had any notes for the week, you can put it in there. And you can see your total time worked for that week. And so the status here, it actually sets it to done when the week is over. So whenever the week is done, it's just going to put it to done, and your end date is already in place there. Okay. If you want to have me send you that or build it out with you or for you, just give me a shout in the comments section. I'll have an email up soon, so you can just email that directly if needed. Cool. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. It would go a long way, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.